Hello, my name is Dr. David Hill, the developer of the Aromatouch technique, a clinical approach to the application of therapeutic-grade essential oils. In this program, it's my great pleasure to share with you some of the background philosophies behind the Aromatouch and the techniques you will need to successfully administer an Aromatouch application. Many of you are reviewing this information as a follow-up to an Aromatouch technique training session. We highly recommend that everyone take advantage of our live training sessions as they become available in your area. For those watching this information for the first time, you should review this program until you are comfortable and confident with the skill sets outlined before applying the Aromatouch technique to others. Review this training material with a partner who shares a similar desire to use and become an expert in the Aromatouch technique. Each step in the program will become easier to learn as you practice on each other. If you are already an expert in the Aromatouch technique, invite a less experienced person to review this information with you. The Aromatouch technique was developed to capture the powerful nature of essential oils and offers an organized, simple way to use oils in a clinical manner. I selected each of the oils to be used for their individual aroma and composition. The Aromatouch technique increases the effectiveness of essential oils by improving absorption and enhancing their systemic benefits. I'm very excited to share this technique with you and hope that your experience will be exceptional.
The Aromatouch techniques highlights the purity and effectiveness of doTERRA's essential oils in a very simple yet powerful way. Simple because everybody can do it, and powerful because of the amazing results.
When I had the Aromatouch technique done on me, I immediately went to sleep, which was amazing because I don't sleep and I haven't slept for so long. A normal night's sleep is 2 hours, and I slept through that technique, which was probably 45 minutes to an hour, and I didn't even know there was another person in the entire room. I was that sound asleep. And that calmness has stayed with me to the point that I have slept ever since. I sleep every night. Usually the telephone wakes me up in the morning about 7 or 8 o'clock. Other than that, I'm sleeping throughout the entire night.
I'm kind of a stressed person, a type A personality, and to be able to completely relax like that and to feel that the oils are benefiting my body and assisting me in relaxing was a very great experience.
Welcome to the Aromatouch Technique Instructional DVD. This DVD will walk you through how to do the Aromatouch technique. There are 3 sections in this training presentation. In Section 1, you'll learn the application skills used in each of the steps of the Aromatouch technique. These are not difficult skills to learn, and they do not require a great amount of strength or expertise, but it's important to master these basic skills in order to successfully administer an Aromatouch technique. In Section 2, you'll learn the complete Aromatouch technique, and in Section 3, you'll learn the hand technique procedure. There are 4 application techniques used in the Aromatouch technique: oil application, alternating palm slide, 5-zone activation, and thumb walk tissue pull. These techniques are performed on the back and, in a certain phase, the feet. We'll demonstrate how each of these techniques is properly performed. After each demonstration, the DVD will automatically pause. When you're ready to move on, press play. In each step of the Aromatouch technique, you will apply essential oils directly to your recipient's skin. It's important that you understand the properties of essential oils when you apply them to skin. Pure essential oils pass directly through the skin into body tissues. They are also very potent, and just a few drops are necessary to receive the desired benefits. More is not necessarily better. To apply, use as many drops as needed to create a light, even layer over the targeted area. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to distribute the oil evenly. For the back, this target area is along the length of the spine, from the base of the sacrum to the base of the skull. When applying oil to the bottoms of the feet, first drop the oil into the palm of your hand, and then use the palm to distribute the oil over the foot. To apply oil to the hands, drop the oil directly onto the recipient's hand and use the pads of your fingers and light touch to distribute it. You may at any time apply fractionated coconut oil if the skin becomes too dry or to facilitate hand movement. The alternating palm slide is performed on the back after applying oil along the length of the spine. Stand to the side of the recipient. Place both hands palm down, close to the spine, with fingers pointing away on the side of the back opposite from you. Beginning at the base of the spine or sacrum, slide palms with mild downward pressure away from the spine towards the side, alternating hands as you go. Continue this sliding motion up the length of the back, ending at the base of the skull. Upon reaching the base of the skull, return both hands to the base of the sacrum and repeat the palm slide. You will repeat the alternating palm slide 3 times on both sides of the back. In the Aromatouch technique, the back, feet, and hands are organized into regions and zones based on known energy meridians and visceral contact points. The back is divided into 5 paired zones, beginning at the spine and moving outwards in equal distances to the sides. Zone 1 runs along each side of the spine, while Zone 5 is located along the outside edge of the back. 5-zone activation on the back begins after the alternating palm slide. Standing at the head of the recipient, place both hands side by side on each side of the spine. This is Zone 1. Beginning at the base of the sacrum, pull your hands towards you through the neck and up to the top of the head while applying medium downward pressure. Return your hands to the base of the sacrum and spread to Zone 2, which is just wider than Zone 1. One hand on each side of the spine. Pull your hands up the back to the top of the head with medium downward pressure. Upon reaching the shoulders, push hands out along the shoulder to the point. Rotate hands around the point so that your fingers cup underneath the recipient's shoulder, and pull hands back to the neck, continuing all the way up to the top of the head. This is repeated until all 5 zones along the back have been activated. To perform the thumb walk tissue pull, stand parallel to the side of the recipient and place your thumbs on either side of the spine in the depression between the muscle tissue and the spinal column. Beginning at the base of the spine or sacrum, move thumbs in small semicircles, pulling muscle tissue up, away, and down from the spine with medium pressure. Gradually move both thumbs up each side of the spine from the sacrum to the base of the skull. Repeat this process 3 times. Practice the thumb walk tissue pull on a partner, as well as the other skills presented in this section. When you are comfortable and confident with these skills, you are ready to move to the next section of this training, the Aromatouch Technique procedure. Now that you've learned the basic skills used in the Aromatouch technique, you are ready to learn the complete procedure. There are 4 steps in the Aromatouch technique: stress management, immune support, inflammatory response, and homeostasis. Each step uses 2 essential oils or oil blends that are applied using the skills you learned in Section 1 of this presentation. They are designed to help reduce physical and emotional stressors and support healthy autonomic function and balance, or homeostasis. Recipients of the Aromatouch technique should feel a sense of grounding, peace, and an overall sense of well-being. A successful Aromatouch session begins with creating a peaceful and comfortable environment for the recipient. You may wish to begin your Aromatouch session with a brief overview of the 4 steps and 8 oils that you will use in the technique, and the application methods or skills you will use. Taking the time to answer a recipient's questions will help put them at ease and help you to create a connection during the procedure. Care should be taken to accommodate modesty throughout the procedure. The technique does not require exposure beyond the area of the back and on the feet. Before you begin your technique, you may want to lower the lights of the room and make sure telephones and other things that might interrupt your session are removed. Calming music may also be appropriate for the session, depending on the preference of the recipient. Make sure your essential oil bottles are within comfortable reach during the procedure, and loosen the lid of each oil for easy access. You'll also want to have fractionated coconut oil nearby in case your recipient experiences any discomfort from the oils, or as a moisturizer for dry skin. When you've answered your recipient's questions and prepared a comfortable environment for your Aromatouch procedure, you are ready to begin. Remember, the DVD will automatically pause after each oil. When you are ready to move on, just press play. The first step in the Aromatouch procedure is stress management. This step begins with the application of Balance Grounding Blend. Stand at the recipient's side and apply Balance Essential Oil Blend along the length of the spine, from the base of the sacrum to the base of the skull. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil up the length of the recipient's spine. Place both hands over the recipient's heart chakra and in one fluid motion perform at least 3 clockwise palm circles, holding in this position momentarily. Then spread hands along the length of the spine to the base of the skull and the base of the sacrum. Rest the palm of one hand on the recipient's sacral base and the other at the base of the skull. Hands should be held in this position for as long as is necessary for the facilitator and recipient to form a connection of balance and a feeling of relaxation and trust in both individuals. The facilitator may feel for rhythm, pulse, or energy as indicators. In order to maintain the feeling of trust and balance formed in Step 1, it's important to sustain physical contact with the recipient at all times. If at any time you feel a loss of connection, you may return to the heart chakra and repeat the relevant steps found in Step 1, and then continue with the procedure from your stopping place. Apply lavender essential oil along the length of the spine. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil. Perform the alternating palm slide. Move on to 5-zone activation. Upon completing 5-zone activation, you will perform auricular stress reduction, the final step in stress management. Grip each earlobe between your thumb and forefinger. Using gentle pressure, work your fingers in small circles along the ear to the top. Upon reaching the top of the ear, slide your thumb with gentle pressure along the back of the ear, returning to the lobe. Repeat these steps 3 times. Apply Melaleuca essential oil along the length of the spine. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil. Perform the alternating palm slide. Move on to 5-zone activation. Apply On Guard essential oil along the length of the spine. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil. Perform the alternating palm slide. Move on to 5-zone activation. Next, perform the thumb walk tissue pull. Apply Aromatouch essential oil along the length of the spine. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil. Perform the alternating palm slide. Move on to 5-zone activation. Apply Deep Blue essential oil along the length of the spine. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil. Perform the alternating palm slide. Move on to 5-zone activation. Next, perform the thumb walk tissue pull. Move to the feet of the recipient. Apply a light, even coating of first wild orange, followed by peppermint essential oils to the bottom of one foot using the palm of your hand. Distribute the oil over the recipient's foot. Hold the foot in both hands and massage the foot using your thumbs. Make sure to work through all 3 regions thoroughly using medium pressure, beginning in region 1. Next, work through zones 1 through 5 on the same foot, beginning in zone 1. Start at the point of the heel and move to the toes by alternately walking each thumb vertically through each zone, applying medium pressure. Upon completion, move on to the 5-zone tissue pull. Hold the recipient's foot in both hands. Begin in zone 1 at the point of the heel and pull your thumbs and the pads of your fingers with medium pressure through the zone, so that your thumb and fingers are pulling through both sides of the foot. Alternate hands. Repeat this process 3 times for each zone, completing the 3 repetitions in one zone before moving to the next. Repeat this entire process with the recipient's other foot. Apply first wild orange and then peppermint essential oil along the length of the spine. Use the pads of your fingers and light touch to evenly distribute the oil. Perform the alternating palm slide. After completing the 4 major steps of the Aromatouch technique, return to the feet of the recipient. Lift the recipient's feet slightly off the table and gently rock their body back and forth, pushing them away and then pulling them towards you to stimulate lymphatic system movement. Repeat this procedure in 2 to 3 intervals for 15 to 30 seconds. The Aromatouch hand technique is a great introductory model and companion to the Aromatouch technique. It's not only an easy way to experience essential oils, it is also highly effective at improving systemic constants. This condensed version of the Aromatouch technique will be very useful and effective in the management of many symptoms. It can be used in the home, at demonstrations, and is also discreet enough for public settings. The Aromatouch hand technique is a multi-purpose procedure that will be effective in the management of many of life's everyday discomforts and stresses. This procedure is meant to be a multi-purpose procedure to provide relief for a variety of symptoms: stress, anxiety, tension, etc. While the same method will be used for all symptoms, the essential oil selected may differ, as different oils contain different beneficial properties. Use both hands to grip one of the recipient's hands on either side with the dorsum or back of their hand facing upward and with your thumbs on top. Use your thumbs to stretch the tissue of the hand, moving from the inside to the outward edge and from their wrist to the base of the fingers. Turn the recipient's hand over and apply a light, even coating of your selected oil to the entire palm side of the hand. Grip the recipient's hand with one hand on either side, with your thumbs on top. Use your thumbs to methodically work through the hand's 3 regions, beginning in region 1 with medium pressure. Make sure to massage the entire surface area of each of the hand's regions. Next, use your thumbs to work through each of the hand's 5 zones. Beginning in Zone 1, place your thumbs at the top of the recipient's hand, close to the wrist, and alternately work thumbs down the entire length of Zone 1 to the tip of the finger. Repeat the procedure for all 5 zones. Move on to the interphalangeal pull. With the recipient's palm facing up, grip their wrist in one hand. Use your other hand to stretch the interphalangeal tissue located between each finger, away from their hand by gripping and sliding the tissue between your thumb and forefinger. Repeat the pull 3 times in between each finger before moving on to the next. Repeat the entire hand technique with the recipient's other hand. We at doTERRA are happy to share with you the Aromatouch technique, meant to provide you with another powerful way to incorporate essential oils into your life and the lives of your loved ones. We hope that the tools that you learned in this DVD will help you to achieve a lifetime of health and wellness.